Listen to Solomon's conclusion about his search for meaning in education, wisdom, and knowledge. He says, I perceive that this also is grasping for the wind. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he who increases knowledge increases sorrow. All of us have met, perhaps even know, perhaps even are people with a great deal of education. If education could bring meaning, the happiest people in the world would be PhDs. I know enough of them to tell you that ain't so. You cannot find meaning simply through education. And one of the things that happens in our secular culture is we believe that we can change the world through education. We just create smarter people who know how to do evil in a more sophisticated way. And we don't have meaning at all. Solomon sought for meaning in wisdom. And then, as we began the second chapter, he continued his search for meaning in wild living. This sounds like a report out of one of our contemporary newspapers. In verses 1 through 3 of chapter 2, he files this report. I said in my heart, come now, I will test you with mirth. Therefore enjoy pleasure, but surely this also was vanity. I said of laughter, madness, and of mirth, what does it accomplish? I searched in my heart how to gratify my flesh with wine, while guiding my heart with wisdom, how to lay hold on folly till I might see what was good for the sons of men to do under heaven all the days of their life. Now notice, he's searching for meaning, first of all, in wisdom, and he says it's like grasping the wind. Then he decides to try to find out whether he can find meaning through wild life, through wild living. And he begins, first of all, with amusement. One writer has said that there was no time in Israel's history which was richer in possibilities for various pleasures, and no person in a better position to make the most of them than was Solomon. He tried everything. His search took him, first of all, to amusement. The scripture says that he tried mirth, and he tried pleasure, and he tried laughter, and he tried madness. And he found out that it didn't bring him happiness. Laughter only breaks the monotony of crying, and pleasure is only an intermission to pain. Solomon was trying to be happy, and he was not. In fact, in one of the 3,000 Proverbs that he wrote that's recorded for us in the book of Proverbs, he said it this way, Proverbs 14:13. Even in laughter the heart may sorrow, and the end of mirth may be grief. He tried amusement. You can almost visualize the palace during the time Solomon was going through this experiment. It was like one of the casinos in Las Vegas, filled with lights and all kinds of excitement, and wine and women everywhere. He tried his best to amuse himself into meaning, and he found out that it didn't work. And how many have we known like that in our culture? And perhaps you've been down that road and could testify today, I did it all. I experienced everything, and it left me with an emptiness in my heart. He not only tried amusement, but he tried alcohol. Notice in verse 3, I searched in my heart how to gratify my flesh with wine, while guiding my heart with wisdom. Now please understand, Solomon did not become an alcoholic. He wasn't even drunk, apparently. He says he was able to keep his heart with wisdom. He kept his senses about him so that he could record his observation on the effect of wine taking him toward meaning in life. Wine became a socially acceptable way to loosen up and enjoy people in his conversation. But wine did not bring any sense of profit into Solomon's life, and it left him empty. Isn't it interesting how many people try to find through substance abuse some meaning in life? Solomon was one man who had all of the resources and all of the opportunity and all of the power to experience every possible answer to life and not ever say, if I had only had a little bit more, I could have tried that. He tried it all. And he discovered in his attempt to find meaning in wild living that this too was vanity, and this too was the chasing of the wind.